Every year, Six Flags makes one big announcement video on the last Thursday of August explaining what new rides and attractions their parks will be receiving in the following year. Last year looked to be like a pretty solid year with the additions of Jersey Devil Coaster at Six Flags Great Adventure, Aqua-man Power Wave at Six Flags Over Texas, and Harley Quinn Spin-sanity coming to Six Flags America. However, as we all know, the coronavirus pandemic has greatly affected the amusement industry, delaying many theme parks' new for 2020 attractions back to 2021. Nevertheless, Six Flags isn't giving up. According to a rumor posted by Screamscape a little over a week ago, Six Flags is actually planning on adding even more new rides and attractions, including new roller coasters to their parks in 2021. So in this video, let's take a look at what's on the horizon for Six Flags Entertainment. Before I start the video, I want to make clear that these are all predictions based off of rumors, meaning that literally none of this is confirmed. It's all just speculation on my part based on the rumors from Screamscape. Alright, with that said, let's take a look at the first park, Six Flags Magic Mountain. Earlier this year, a few leaked permits came out regarding a new roller coaster for Magic Mountain. Based on the layout of the permits, it is widely assumed that an extended Jersey Devil clone will be coming to the park in 2021. Now, we don't know the theme of this attraction, but if I had to take a guess, I'd say it'll have something to do with the Joker, one of the most prominent IPs used in all of the Six Flags parks around the world. Now, in terms of how likely this attraction will actually open next year in 2021, I think the chances are pretty high. Because keep in mind, Magic Mountain did not get anything new for the 2020 season, unless you want to count the delayed West Coast racers. And if we take a look back earlier in the year, Magic Mountain even teased something on their social media that something big was coming next year. Moving on to Six Flags Fiesta Texas, this park announced Daredevil Dive, a Zamperla Super Air Race for the 2020 season. However, as of now, this attraction is not open to the public yet, so for 2021, I think that Six Flags will just delay this unique ride to open at the start of the year. But keep in mind, Fiesta Texas is a year-round park, so I wouldn't be surprised if this ride opens in late 2020. Still, whenever Daredevil Dive officially does open to the public, I don't think Fiesta Texas will receive any new additions until at least 2022. Let's travel up to Canada for a minute and talk about La Ronde. This park has officially announced that their new for 2020 roller coaster, Vipère, is now delayed until 2021. With that confirmation from the park, I think it's pretty safe to assume that La Ronde will only be getting that for the 2021 season. Vipère is actually a relocated Intamin Zaxbin that was known as Green Lantern First Flight from Six Flags Magic Mountain. Magic Mountain actually removed this attraction a while ago to make room for their new RMC Raptor coming next year. Let's take a break from all these delayed attractions and talk more roller coasters, this time in Mexico. Six Flags Mexico's last coaster was the SNS 4D free spin known as a Wonder Woman coaster that debuted in 2018. Since then, the park has gotten a kids area expansion and a Zamperla giant discovery called Crazanity that actually just opened to the public only a few days before the parks got shut down from the pandemic. So for 2021, I think it's time that Six Flags Mexico gets a new roller coaster. One important model they are missing from their lineup of attractions is a launch coaster. According to the rumors from Screamscape, one new coaster Six Flags has planned for their parks is a mystery project by Premier Rides. I think this could potentially be a Skyrocket too. Keep in mind it takes multiple years to plan a single roller coaster, and I'm sure if Six Flags Mexico was planning on getting one for the 2021 season, development is already well underway in terms of design and theming. At Six Flags New England, last year they announced that a new Zamperla endeavor known as Supergirl Skyflyer would debut for the park's 150th anniversary. Obviously that didn't happen, and I think the park will just end up delaying this attraction's opening to the 2021 season, especially with rumors of the entire park not opening up at all for the 2020 season. Now, I know many people might predict a new roller coaster for this park's 2021 edition, but I don't see that happening because we definitely would have seen a lot of construction take place by now and teasing on the park's social media. The Great Escape announced the Adirondack Outlaw for the 2020 season. However, with the pandemic and also the park having to deal with local opposition regarding the placement of this new attraction, it's no wonder this ride is getting delayed, yet again just like most of the other Six Flags 2020 rides. Honestly, even if the pandemic never took place, I still think this attraction would have been delayed just based on the local opposition alone. Moving on to Six Flags over Texas, we have yet another coaster that'll end up getting delayed 1 year. Aqua-man Power Wave is a mock ride power splash that was originally supposed to open in the summer of 2020. I don't think Six Flags would really want to invest anything else into this park for the 2021 season, so I think next year we'll just see Aqua-man and nothing else. The next big addition at Over Texas would probably be in 2022 at the earliest. The same concept can be applied to Six Flags Great Adventure. This year, the park was supposed to debut the world's tallest, longest, fastest RMC Raptor called Jersey Devil Coaster. There were rumors of Great Adventure receiving a kids area expansion for the 2021 season, but I feel like that'll be pushed back a year to allow the park to have an easy marketing strategy for the 2021 season solely towards Jersey Devil and nothing else. Something funny to think about is that if Magic Mountain does end up getting their Jersey Devil clone for the 2021 season, there is actually potential for that version of the attraction to open before the original in New Jersey, since Magic Mountain is actually open 365 days a year. Six Flags Great America is another interesting park to predict its attraction for 2021. This year, the park was determined to open their new for 2020 water coaster known as Tsunami Surge. That's ending up getting delayed until the 2021 season. And I know many people might predict a new roller coaster for this park next year, something like an SNS Axis, but I think it's a little too early for us to really see one of these models come to a large amusement park. I could be wrong though, because remember, these are all just predictions. For Frontier City, I think 2021 will be their big year. I don't think Six Flags would want to invest a new roller coaster into the park just yet, so I think the next logical option would be the SNS Scream and Swing. This would be the park's biggest expansion in years. They could even market it as a one-of-a-kind ride in the entire area. What makes this prediction even more likely is that the park didn't even get anything for the 2020 season, because I think Six Flags wanted to wait a year to see how attendance levels at the park were before they invested money into this new attraction. Up next, we have Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. This park has been getting coasters left and right, with Joker the RMC Hybrid in 2016, Harley Quinn Crazy Coaster the Skyline Attraction Skywarp model in 2018, and Batman the Ride the new for 2019 SNS 4D Free Spin. 2020 was supposed to be yet another coaster year for the park with the addition of the Sidewinder Safari, a family spinning wild mouse coaster. There are rumors of this attraction getting completely cancelled, but I really don't think that's the case. If anything, we'll see this coaster open with the park for the 2021 season. Moving on to Six Flags Darien Lake, this is a park that also delayed their 2020 attraction Wahoo Wave. I think in addition to the opening of this new water slide, we will actually see a small family ride package come to the park. This lines up with the Screamscape rumors of there being a few Zamperla family flat rides that the company plans to add to a park next year. Six Flags America is, in my opinion, the hardest park to predict their 2021 attraction for. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that the park could receive a clone of Max Force for the 2021 season, in addition to Harley Quinn Spin-sanity. The park is desperately in need for another coaster, and apparently there have been some markers spotted in the park recently over the past couple of months, along with some electrical work. A potential theme for this new coaster could be the Flash, as that IP currently does not have any representation inside the park's attractions. Six Flags St. Louis is yet again another easy park to predict their 2021 attraction for. I think it's pretty safe to assume that Catwoman Whip will get delayed until next year, and that's really about it. If the park were to get a new coaster like an RMC Raptor, I think 2022 or even 2023 is a much more likely option. And the final park we will be covering is Six Flags Over Georgia. Over Georgia opened half of their 2020 editions this year, with the Riddler Mindbender now officially delayed until 2021. However, next year I still think the park could receive another attraction in the form of a small water park expansion. Whether this be a kiddie splash pad or a thrilling water slide, there's no doubt that the park is receiving something to do with water for the 2021 season, as they recently teased it on their social media around 2 weeks ago with the hashtag #CatchTheWave. Well, there we have it guys. I know this isn't the most eventful year for Six Flags, but if all these rumors from Screamscape come true, then this could actually be one of the best years for Six Flags in a long time. Think about this for a second. We could potentially see 7 new coasters next year for the company. And yes, I do understand these predictions are a bit optimistic, especially with the impacts the coronavirus will have on the amusement industry. With that said, what do you guys think of these predictions? Do you think they seem realistic, or do you think I'm an absolute mad lad? Let me know in the comments down below, as I love to interact with you guys. As always, be sure to subscribe with those post notifications on so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll be sure to see you guys out on the horizon. The theme park horizons.
Six Flags is the greatest theme park company in the world.